Hello there, good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are at. Let me try and find the camera so I can look at it. Hope everyone is doing well today. It's a grey day here in the north of England, which we have most of the time. And I just wanted to share a, I don't know how quick, I don't want to say quick video, in case it ends up not being quick. But I've had something on my mind today and I feel like it might help someone else out there. So I wanted to share that. And it is two tips to make your comfort zone freaking uncomfortable. So I know I've not done like a get to know me video, but just a bit of a background. I am a bit of what should we call it now? Serial starter. So I've started a lot of businesses, ideas, and a lot of them I haven't followed through, but for some reason I keep going back. I keep going back to start something else. And there's just that something in me, and I was asking myself, what is it? What is it that makes me want to go back and try again every time, even if the last time it hadn't worked out, or I haven't followed through, or I have quit for some reason? What is it that keeps bringing me back? And what I'm going to share with you, I mean, this is just what I think, but I think this is why I have kept going back, and I think this is why I'm going to succeed in the end. So, bit of a background there, so let's get into it. So the first thing is to educate yourself. You have to educate yourself enough, to explore and educate yourself enough so that you run out of excuses, basically. What I mean by that is you need to take the time to explore what your skills are. What are the things that excite you? What are your talents? What are your passions? What are the things that are unique and special about you? And it takes time to do this. Also, what does your ideal life look like? This is something that I've taken time in the process of educating myself and learning about myself. What is it? What kind of life would I have to make me feel like, yes, this is good. This is what I want. It takes time to do this, but boy, I think it is so worth doing. Exploring yourself and just taking that time to learn about yourself and what the things are that are unique about you. Because when you know enough, when you've taken the time to explore that, the next thing then being, do I have what it takes? How can I go from where I am currently to all these things that I think that I want, or the opportunities that would let me use those skills, those passions, those talents that I have? What will it take to get from where I am currently to being able to use those and to get that ideal life that I think that I want? So that's the first thing, educate yourself. And Lord knows I've spent a lot of money on self-education over the years, and taking the time to do the work, to really look at what is it that excites me. So that's the first thing. The second thing then being exposure. And by exposure I mean when you've identified the things that are unique about you, your skills, your talents, your passions, is the next thing is there someone out there with a similar background, skill set, personality, whatever to myself that is already doing or living that life that I want to live? Expose yourself. Now there's so many ways to do that these days. I mean, there's all the YouTube videos, there's podcasts, there's videos, I said videos again, but anyway, you know what I mean. Go out there and look, is there someone out there already living the life that I want to live that comes from a similar background as myself? And what that does is smash your excuses out of the way, because it's so easy. I know that I do it too, where I'm too this for me to do that. I'm too I don't have the right connections, I don't know the right people, I don't have the right resources, yada yada yada. All sorts of things that we say we're too this, don't have the right, color, education background, gender, whatever it is that we tell ourselves is the reason why we can't do it. But when you expose yourself to someone who has exactly the same circumstances as you, I mean, as much as is possible, and they're doing it and they're living it, and I used to hate it when those people would share their story and they'll go, well, now you have no excuses. Now you know. Now you know it's possible. You have no excuse. You cannot say you do not know or you do not think it is possible, because here I am, living proof. And I used to hate that, but then that is absolutely true, because if they've done it and they don't have two heads, they are people just like you really then have no excuse. So I think for me, those are the things that I've done over the years. I have educated and exposed myself so much that I have no excuse to stay in my comfort zone. I'm going to say that again. I have educated and exposed myself so much that I have no excuse to stay in my comfort zone. And even when I try and settle into a 9-to-5 and tell myself, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, by the way, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. For some people, that is perfect and that is what they want to do, and that's absolutely fine. But if you're anything like me, where deep down in your heart, you know, like for me, I know that I am supposed to work with kids in some way, in terms of, or well, specifically to do with education, and really fund educational projects in a way that I'm going to need a lot of money. And a 9-to-5 is never going to pay me that. Personally, I don't need a lot to live on. I live a very simple lifestyle. My son and I, we live very frugal, very simple. So really, I would be fine if it was just about me. But I have that in my heart, and I know that if I don't do something different, I'm never going to be able to pay for that. And I just get restless. I cannot rest. I cannot rest. And this is why I keep going back over and over and over again. I don't try with one thing. I take a break. I go back again. Before I know it, I am restless. I'm itchy. I'm looking at what else can I do. And that is why I believe I keep going back. And that is why I believe ultimately I am going to succeed. So here's to the next chapter of whatever it is we're doing. Let us not give up on ourselves. I was reading a blog the other day by Susie Ashworth. And she was like, you have to making that choice to trust yourself again. After you have maybe let yourself down in the past and not followed through, one of the key things is to trust yourself enough to give yourself another chance. Give yourself another chance. Try again, and trust yourself. Because there is something in there that makes you can't relax. You can't get comfortable. So listen to that. Explore it. And at the end of the day, as they say, it's the things that you don't take a chance on that you're going to regret. So anyway, that's my quick message for today. Put in the comments below if you resonate with anything that I've said, any of it. Feel free to share the video, like, and yes, have a good rest of the day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.